Now Ira's going to be put under a little bit of duress by Kirby. She's going to be feeding out into the corner, and he's going to practice his ability to hit both of these different flavors of topspin lob while on the run. So this complicates things quite a lot. Of course, it also complicated things when we were hitting a backspin lob, but as I've been discussing, the technique is significantly more difficult here with the topspin variety. So please start off with the easy feeds, spend some time there, get some familiarity, get some feel for those shots, both the moderate shot and the aggressive one, before you move on to being in a more realistic scenario where you're actually on the run and trying to hit. And again, we're going to use progressions here and start off with the moderate one. So Kirby's going to feed out into the corner, and Ira's going to just calmly, smoothly lift the ball up with some topspin over to the other side. It's going to have a slightly open racket face. That's nice, Ira. And his variables are the angle of his face and exactly how much he lifts the ball up into the air as far as the firmness of his shot or how much he's accelerating up at the ball. Nice, Ira. As we discussed in the previous video, his target is now going to be having his shot apex a little bit over on Kirby's side. Not by a lot, but a little bit, because the ball is coming back down more quickly than it was with the backspin variety, which kind of floats a little bit more. So have the apex of your shot a little bit over on the opponent's side, and height-wise, feel free to experiment. There's a lot of different scenarios where you're going to want more height or you're going to want less height, depending on where your opponent is positioned, exactly how far out of position you are, etc., etc., etc. So experiment is the bottom line. All right, now we'll move on to the aggressive ones. On these, Ira's definitely going to want his shot to peak well over on Kirby's side because it's going to be coming down much more aggressively. You'll see him close his racket face a little more than before and really come upwards quickly and briskly up the back of the ball. So quick acceleration now. Nice. Up the back of the ball. More closed racket face. And the margins now are very, very slim, meaning if Ira's racket face is just a little bit too open, the result will be a shot that travels way too far because he's now accelerating pretty quickly past the ball. If his racket is just a little bit too closed, it'll fall pretty short. And that's really what makes this shot much more difficult than either the backspin lob or the moderate topspin lob. Nice. Good job. So those are your variables to play with. The angle of the strings, how steeply and aggressively you accelerate the racket upwards. Start off with the moderate ones. Just be nice and calm while you're on the move. Just like with the backspin variety, you should be smooth and relaxed with your upper body while you move quickly to the ball. And only move to the aggressively hit ones once you've got a pretty good feel for the slow ones. If you work your way through progressively, like I've laid out, then you'll start to develop a really nice understanding of what adjustments to make to hit exactly the type of response that you desire.